What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be working on the overflow in CSS. Now, if you've been enjoying these, please consider subscribing, and I hope you've been finding these valuable. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So all of the components of the box model comprise of an element size. For example, an image that has the following dimensions is 364 pixels wide and 244 pixels tall. So 300 pixels wide, 200 pixels tall, 10 pixels on the left and right, 10 pixels on the top and bottom, 2 pixels for the border on the left and right, 2 for the top and bottom, and then 20 pixels for the margin for the left, right, top and bottom. The total is 364 pixels by 244 pixels are calculated by adding all of the vertical dimensions together and all of the horizontal dimensions together. Sometimes these components result in an element that is larger than the parent's containing area. How can we ensure that we can view all of an element that is larger than its parent containing an area? The overflow property. Now, the overflow property controls what happens to content that spills over or overflows outside its box. The most common used values are going to be hidden. That's when to set this value. Any content that overflows will be hidden from view. The scroll, when set to this value, a scroll bar will be added to a elements box so that the rest of the content can be viewed by scrolling. And then visible, when set to this value, the overflow content will be displayed outside of its containing element. Note, this is the default value. And again, you can have the overflow, you have the scroll, the hidden, and the visible, right? So in the example above, if any paragraph's content overflows, perhaps a user resizes their browser window, a scroll bar will appear so that the user can view the rest of the contents. The overflow property is set on a parent's element to instruct a web browser to render a child elements. For example, if a div's overflow property is set to scroll, all children of the div will display overflowing content with a scroll bar. For a more in-depth look at overflow, including additional overflow properties like overflow X and overflow Y that separate out the horizontal and vertical values, we can look at the MDN documentation. Without further ado, let's do these practice. So in order to see the impact of overflow scroll, first change the height of the hashtag main to 1,000 pixels. So we're going to change the height to 1,000 pixels. Then we're going to do did you set the, yeah, it's 1,000, my bad, it's 1,000. And then finally, let's go ahead and set the overflow to scroll. To the scroll, when you scroll down, a second scroll bar should appear over the paragraph section. You may have to expand the browser in order to see this more clearly. So let's see. There you go. So that's why we have the scroll. Let's see. I don't want to like ruin it so you guys can't see it, but ultimately this is what it's doing. Let me just try and see. Yeah, there you go. So this shows the entire page. If you go in the middle, you can just have this, see how that's fixed, and you can just scroll on here. Pretty neat property there, but that's going to end it right here. That's the overflow in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed this one. And again, subscribe if you're enjoying this, and you have a fantastic day.